Some people might just simply say it would have been, well, easier, more simplistic, and certainly better mannered if this particular now disgraced establishment over here in the United Kingdom had simply done what their job entailed. That was serve, shut up, and offer good service. Now the repercussions are, well, widening by the hour. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you, chums. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join me today. And as always, welcome one and all brand new subscribers. Lovely to have your time today. You see the leaves now, they're getting brown, aren't they? Isn't that depressing? And we've got the August bank holiday weekend coming up over here in the United Kingdom. And of course, the now infamous Notting Hill Carnival. I'll just leave that there. Yes, have you seen this picture? This is what people have to do if you live in the area of W2 Notting Hill. You have to board all your house up just to make sure that when you do come back after fleeing, you've got somewhere to lie down, or indeed your home. That's, well, yes, according to the Mayor of London, no, you're welcome, loved and wanted. I don't think the people that are spending a fortune boarding their homes up exactly feel the same way. One might suspect the same thing about our recent visitor to the United Kingdom for a short holiday. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, came over here for a break. And people are saying, well, why would he want to come over here? Well, I think we all know, chums, the fact that absolutely 100%, we are delighted that our American friends are looking out for the most sane Brits over here in the United Kingdom. Because, of course, President Trump did not believe anything, allegedly, that the Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Sir Keir Starmer, told him. In particular, the line about free speech. That didn't go down well. And of course, the fact that he failed to mention he'd taken away the portraits of our much beloved former British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Sir Winston Churchill. However, it was this that caught the headlines, right? Remember when, of course, JD and his family wanted to go to this particular, well, it's a pub really, but they're calling it a restaurant, but it's a pub. Very expensive pub. Have you checked the menu? Check the menu. Very pricey indeed. Now, we all know that JD was not allowed to go because the staff apparently refused to serve him. Here's where this gets really interesting, though, because the basic line of this is, where were the management on this? Were the management with the staff? Now, according to a very well-placed source, the management lost all control of the whole situation and didn't really know what to do. Nothing like weak leadership, is there? No wonder they didn't want JD in the building, perhaps showing them what to do. And also where it gets interesting, as I pointed out, he and his team were more than willing to compromise, have a chat, informal. No, that wasn't good enough. Now, fast forward a few days, and Mr. Vance is now back in, of course, the United States, standing alongside the President of the United States, solving another problem, Ukraine with Zelensky, and some suggest, of course, a mere puppet at the side, our current British Prime Minister, squeaking away in the background, a little like Sweep from Sooty and Sweep. You get the picture. Now, what happened to that particular restaurant? Well, according to very well-placed sources, things are not going well. Oh no, they've received an influx of bookings that at the 11th hour have now been cancelled, right? So people book and then they just don't turn up. So basically, the restaurant are now trying to instigate this thing where they take a credit card so they don't lose that. Only that is not the only problem, should I say. Also, the reviews on things like TripAdvisor, other restaurant-based reviews, Google views, all that sort of stuff have been abysmal. And as I said at the start of this video, the problem that you've got when you have a situation like that is, it's twofold. Not only is it terrible and bad and literally showing our British hospitality at its absolute worst, but don't think the repercussions are going to stop, because that PR literally reverberated around the world. I mean, imagine that. If that's your business, that's your restaurant, but you don't want, those people in there. Of course, American visitors now are going to bypass it with a greater plum, aren't they? And more importantly, some might go in, complain about the food, and literally issue the fact that they want a full refund. Now, there's a thought. As for JD, of course, and the rest of his family, they found somewhere equally superior to have dinner. And more importantly, this particular now establishment is really got egg on its face. Now, whether you agree with the political backgrounds or not, do you remember just going into a restaurant, ordering and being served? You didn't exactly order a political side on your side plate, did you? Seemingly the bull have yet yet to learn this lesson, but it may be, well, more catastrophic than they originally thought. Either way, things are not looking good ever since that particular restaurant has now been tarnished by turning away one of the most important men in the world today. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.